Hey everybody, today we are going to work on making this cool nested box. All right, so I'll just give you a little overview. This box, that's really how the top goes. You put your name on the top and embed it in there, and you'll be able to slide this on so that it fits nice, so that it nests right inside. So you can see that little bottom piece there will go nice into the hole and it won't fall off, and the top will be nice and flush. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. Also, I'm going to show you the measurements here so that you can take a little screenshot of it if you need to. All right, so I'll have that displayed so that you can go back and kind of pause the video and keep this up on your screen and see what the measurements of each part are. Okay, so I'm going to start by moving these to the back, and then I can kind of walk you through it. Okay, so we're going to start with a cube. All right, so I'm going to bring out a cube or a box. And the measurements of this first box are going to be 65 in the front, 45 in the back, and 40 is the height. Okay, now remember, in order to do that, you must click on the shape once and then find that little white corner, click on it again, and then you can go and click right in here and change the sizes. So that's box number one. We are going to duplicate that box with our duplicating button here. Click it, drag that out. Okay, and that's going to be our hole. So we're going to turn this into a hole by clicking this button here. And the measurements for this one are going to be a little bit smaller because we need to cut a hole inside. And if it's two identical shapes, it's just going to disappear. So this one, we're going to minus 2 from each side. So we're going to do 63 and 43. Okay. And we're going to keep the height because we're just going to raise it. Raise it up about 3. Okay, so I'll show you again how I did that. When you raise something up, you click on the object, you look for that black triangle, and you just click on it and pull up, and you can see the numbers going up right here. I'm going to do 3 for that. So now we're going to bring this over. Now before we align and group these, we're going to use these two to make the orange and yellow piece. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, bring it over here, and duplicate this, and bring this one over here. I'm going to turn the red one into orange. I'm going to turn the hole into a solid and make it yellow. Okay. And now I can align these two over here. So remember, to align, you want to just kind of touch the two that you want to work with. So I'm going to take my mouse, I'm going to hold my left clicker down and drag the red box so it touches both, and then let go. And then I'm going to click my alignment tool, which is right here. Click align, and we're going to click this button in the center and this button in the center, and then we're going to group it. Make sure it's selected to group. Here's your grouping button. Click. Okay, so now this part is done. Let's go over here and see what the sizes are for the orange. All right, now the orange, since it's going to be the top, we want it to be the same exact length and width as the red box. So we're just going to lower it to, let's say, 5. Okay? All right, so that's why it says 65 by 45 by 5. All right, so it has the same length and width over here, but it's only 5 high. Now for this yellow one, okay, you see it's floating right now. All right, so we're going to hit the D button to get that back down to the ground. And this one is going to have to fit into this hole. So it can't be the same exact size as the hole or it won't fit in. So we're going to do 61 by 41 by 8. All right, so we're going to click here, 61, 41, and then drag this down to 8. We use the example in classes. If there's a doorway that's 10 foot tall and there's somebody going through the doorway that's 10 feet tall, they're going to hit their head. They need to be 9 feet 11 inches in order to fit through. So that's why we have to make this a little bit smaller. All right, so we are going to take this and we're going to align this right here. We're going to click here, and we're going to group it. Okay. Now we're going to take this and that should be ready to go. Okay, so we're going to bring this over. And now to put our name on this, what we need to do is grab this corner and flip it all the way around. So we're going to flip this all the way around like that, 180 degrees. So we're going to take that 180 degrees, all right, and now we can put our name on it. All right, so we're going to grab the text and 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to bring over this text right here. All right, I'm going to turn it into a hole maker, and I'm going to click and put your name there. Okay, now make it fit by stretching these little black boxes in. Okay, and then we're going to align it in so that it's right in the middle. So again, drag that red box over, hit the alignment tool. Okay, that one's already centered. Let's click this one. And then what we have to make sure is that it's not going all the way through. So right now it's going all the way through. And in order for this to work, it has to leave some on the bottom. So raise this up a little bit. All right, so you only want to inscribe it a little bit. So just drop it in so it just cuts the top and then group that in. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're not seeing all the way through here or it will not print. Now, in order for this to be printable, what I have to do is flip this over because this part is not touching. So I have to flip this over like this. Here we go, just like that. Drop it down. Drop this down here so you can see that it's nice and flat, okay? Now that part will print, okay? So that will print because it's nice and flat like this. So when we go back and check these sizes, we have 65, 45, 65, 45. With this inside piece here is going to be 61 by 41. It's going to be 4 millimeters smaller and nice and centered. All right, so I'm going to, again, give you a little screenshot of the sizes here. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you can kind of just pause the video if you want to take a look at the sizes here. Okay, the main box, 65 by 45 by 40. The hole, 63 by 43 by 40. The top, 65 by 45 by 5. The nested part of the top, 61 by 41 by 8. And these are all millimeters, okay? It's all millimeters. So this is going to be a 6.5 centimeter box. Okay, so when we think about our sizes, 65 millimeters is 6.5 centimeters. All right, and 45 millimeters is 4.5, 4.5 millimeters. So it's not going to be a giant box, but be enough to store some stuff in. All right, so I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, you guys can email me or come in and see me. All right, have a great day, guys.